your words about don't be in the way, and he's saying I am in the way to block too much interference from the federal government. Your response, Mr. President?
Governor who?
DeSantis.
Well, didn't stop there. Then the Florida governor shot back with this.
If you are trying to lock people down, I am standing in your way, and I'm standing for the people of Florida. So why don't you do your job? Why don't you get this border secure? And until you do that, I don't want to hear a blip about COVID from you.
And the war of words between the two showing no signs of stopping. Here's the latest.
I guess I'm not surprised that Biden doesn't remember me. I guess the question is what else has he forgotten? Biden's forgotten about the crisis at our southern border, I can tell you that.
All right, let's bring in our panelists for reaction, Amy Tarkanian, Tom Borelli, and Rick Green as well. Amy, start us off there. I know everyone's kind of making a lighthearted reaction to what we hear from Governor DeSantis there. But your thoughts on sort of this back and forth between the White House and what's happening in Florida?
Sure. Well, I just actually spent an entire week in Florida with my best friend and her family. And I have to tell you, the residents there love Governor DeSantis. I spoke to people who were working in the restaurants, who were working the shuttle buses at the amusement parks, who were working in the hotels, who were working as gas attendants. And I would ask them, how do you feel about being able to make the choice? What are your thoughts on the way that Governor DeSantis has handled COVID so far? And people are so happy that they have that choice. Most of them made the choice to become vaccinated. And then if they want to wear the mask, they'll wear the mask. But they still have their job, which means they still have their integrity, their pride. They're able to pay for the food on the table. They're able to put clothes on the backs of their children. And this is something I think that's really important to get everybody back on track, not just financially, but emotionally and mentally. And I was witnessing it full stop in Florida, and it was really nice to see all the smiling faces.
You know, Tom, one of the headlines this morning on CNN was, and it's a paraphrase, but keeping people, if you could stop people from traveling from the state of Florida to anywhere else, citing the increase in cases and COVID handling within the state. I mean, Florida has really just been the target of this entire thing since the jump. Your thoughts on that, Tom?
Well, Sean, clearly, again, going to my comments in the earlier segment, it's a politics of fear. Democrats are terrified of Governor DeSantis. He's doing such a tremendous job. And a side-by-side comparison of President Biden and DeSantis, Biden is foolish to engage into that ring. And talk about people traveling out of Florida. My God, what about the southern border? We know hundreds of thousands of illegal migrants are flooding our nation, and some of them, thousands of them, have some form of the COVID virus. Biden is now a pandemic fraud because he's allowing migrants with COVID to come over the border.
And again, this back and forth really started over the approach of wearing masks in schools. Governor DeSantis saying, no, I'm not going to mandate masks for students. The White House taking a different approach here. I want to play for you, though, sound from Senator Bill Cassidy of Louisiana, who's actually disagreeing with DeSantis. Take a look at this.
I'm a conservative. I think you govern best when you govern closest to the people being governed. And if a local community is having their ICU is full, and the people at the local schools see that they've got to make sure they stay open because otherwise children miss out for another year of school, and they put in policy, then the local officials should be listened to. That is a conservative principle.
So you disagree with Governor DeSantis?
I do disagree with Governor DeSantis. The local officials should have control here.
Louisiana, another state that is seeing a rise in COVID cases at this point. Rick Green, your thoughts on the GOP senator there, again, kind of breaking with DeSantis' mandate, saying it should be left up to the local leaders.
Well, it's the same thing Tom said. You know, Cassidy may be a Republican, but he's not immune to the politics of fear. Listen, if you've got a Republican like Cassidy wanting to allow for unconstitutional, unscientific child abuse and masking children in schools all day long, which has been proven to not work, then I would say I'm not for that type of Republican. In fact, I'm kind of with what Amy was saying. The people of Florida loving Ron DeSantis. I don't live in Florida, but I'll readily admit to a man crush, this guy is killing it. He's absolutely spot on. And the reason is because he's a truth sayer. He's speaking truth about the science and the data. He's no nonsense about it. He doesn't care who's against him. He's going to say what he thinks is right and what is true. And the fact that he's willing to stand in the way of the president is causing people all over the country to shout and say, finally, somebody willing to stand up for common sense and actual science. The guy's a hero, and he just continues to knock it out of the park.
We'll see what happens next in his political future. And as Amy points out, too, if anyone wants to wear a mask in Florida, you can still do that. Amy Tarkanian, Tom Borelli, and Rick Green, thank you, panelists. We appreciate the analysis.
All right, a new hour of National Report starts right now.